Hi and welcome back to the Yarn Chicken. Today's video is a rundown of my monthly spending when it comes to my knitting hobby. Today I wanted to go through what I've spent my money on in the last month, the month of May 2025, and show you what a month of hobby spending can look like. I realised that I'm very privileged to be able to spend this kind of money on my hobby. This is something that I'm budgeting for, this is something that I can afford, and this is something that I can choose to spend my money on if I want to. This month, the month of May, was quite an interesting one because now looking back at it, I realised that I spent money on 2 days. So all of my total spending was spent on 2 days. So I live in Sweden, and in Sweden we have the currency SEK, Swedish kronas, but I figured since that is a quite small currency, or it's just one country using it, I will just convert everything to euros to make it easier for everyone else watching. So the first post on my list was from the 13th of May, and they are 3mm circular needles. They were from the brand Pony, and I got them in a physical store in town, and they came from the curiosity of having seen other people work with tiny circulars and wanting to try it myself, because people said that the tension was very good with them, and I wanted to see if that would make a difference for me as well. The needles cost me a total of €4.58, and as I said, I bought them in a physical store, and I tried them. I used them for 2 days, and I made quite a lot of progress with them, and I tried some different techniques. Do I knit with yarn in both hands and flick one of them, or do I use just one hand? How do you want to how does that change my gauge with them? And I wasn't very pleased with the result. As I said, the needles were quite dull and the yarn kept splitting, and this is not a yarn that I'm used to having split on me, so it was a quite frustrating experience. The second purchase I made on the 13th was a pattern. It was the Gemma Polo by Cookie the Knitter, and I got it through Ravelry, so I purchased it with Ravelry's PayPal solution, and the pattern cost €6.50. I downloaded the pattern, I have it saved in a folder, so if I ever want to make it again, I can print the pattern again, and I have it in the physical copy for this iteration that I'm planning to make this summer. So that is a digital pattern that I bought online. The next pattern I also bought online, but I got it directly from My Favorite Things Knitwear's website, because I figured Ravelry probably takes a bit of the profit, and if I can, I prefer to give the money directly to the designer. So I got it from My Favorite Things Knitwear's website. It's the camisole number 4, and that cost €6.86. I've already started working on the cami number 4, and so far I'm really enjoying the pattern. It's quite easy to read, and it's easy to memorize the stitch pattern, so I don't really need to look at it anymore, but it was very good to have, and I really liked that it was quite clear with the gauge that was expected, and it had included some links to how to make a provisional cast on, for example, and other tips and tricks. So far I'm quite enjoying it. So I'm not done with the project yet with the cami. I hit a bit of a snag, which is a topic for another video, but I am working along on it now, and I'm happy with the pattern. It's not the pattern's fault, it's completely my own fault. Anyway, so the fourth thing that I bought on the 13th was the yarn for the Gemma polo, and that is the Lanagatto Super Soft yarn that I got from Hobby Purline, which is an Italian website. So I had already decided on the pattern a week or so previously. I had done extensive research on the yarn that I wanted, and I had found this website that had both the shades that I wanted. I got 11 balls of it, and it's recommended yarn for the Gemma polo, so I thought, why not? Why not try? I've never tried the pattern, I've never tried the yarn or the brand before, but I'm curious. So I got 11 balls of the yarn. It came out to €60.95, including shipping, and I will be including shipping generally because it cost money to have something sent to me, and it is a part of the budget that I have to keep for my knitting hobby. So that was a physical item bought in an online store that was shipped to me within the European Union, so I didn't have to pay any tolls on them. And then 2 days later, on the 15th, I had tried with the pony needles and I wasn't happy with them, and I was walking past one of our cute knitting stores in town, and I went in and asked if they had tiny circulars, and they happened to have the ChiaoGoo's that I've been hearing so much about. So I actually got the ChiaoGoo tiny circulars in 2.5mm needle, and I've been working with them, and I see the point of having them be that pointy because it makes carrying the stitches a lot easier, and it prevents the yarn from splitting as much. So I really enjoyed that. I'm not really getting the hang yet of gripping the needles. I'm a tall lady, I have a quite large body and I have big hands, so knitting is very cramped with these tiny circular needles, but I will continue on with them and see how I like them further on. So the needles in store cost €13.64, and they were a physical item that I bought in a physical store, which I enjoy, which I prefer. If I can, I want to buy things in a physical store. And the last thing that doesn't quite have a date because it was not a purchase, it was a subscription, is a subscription to some editing software that I wanted to try, because this is a part of the hobby too now. I've been knitting for all these years and I've been enjoying knitting for myself, and now I want to see if people enjoy me sharing this hobby, and if I share it, I want it to be properly edited as far as I can as an amateur. And I was trying the free version with the software, and I wasn't very happy with it at all because it was limiting in the ways I could use it and the techniques I could use, and the quality of the upload as well was lower than the pro version. So I thought, why not spring for the subscription and try it out? If I don't like it, I will just cancel it. So that subscription came out to €9.80 per month, and that is something that I will add to the total. So the sum total of my expenses when it comes to my knitting hobby, just the things I bought with my money, came out to €102.33 for the month of May. And I found it quite interesting to see now, stacking these posts in an Excel sheet, that they came so close together. All of the purchases were spread out on 2 days, and if I had found the ChiaoGoo's on that day, I would have bought them instead. So I foresee this being quite a roller coaster when it comes to my spending, because now I bought yarn and patterns and tools for specific projects, and I don't foresee myself needing to buy or wanting to buy anything specific for this month, the month of June. If I do, that would probably be a souvenir if we stumble across a yarn store when we visit Copenhagen in 2 weeks. So I will see if I buy anything for my knitting hobby this month, but last month in May I spent €102.33, and that's a lot of money. I realise that I'm very privileged, as I said in the beginning of the video. This is one of the months of 12 within the year, and I'm very curious to see how the next months will look. And with that, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please do like the video. If you want to, please subscribe to my channel, and let me know, do you track your expenses for your hobbies? Do you split it between your different hobbies? Do you have different categories for knitting, or for crocheting, or for sewing, or for whatever your other hobbies might be? Or do you put everything in the same budget as hobby? And does it vary for you as well? Because I foresee myself varying quite a bit, and looking back or thinking back, I am certain that I have varied a lot from month to month as well. But that is all for today. Thank you so much, and take care.